Namaste students. We have seen superposition of waves and stationary waves, reflection of waves. The next topic is about beats. See, when you listen to the songs of Shreya Ghoshal, Sonu Nigam and of course Sanchit Hegde, what you feel? Simply ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತಿರುವಾಗ ಹಾಗೆ ಅವ್ರದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಡು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ದೋ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ದ ABCD ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್, ನಮಗೆ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಇದ್ದು ಏನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕೂಡ ತನ್ನಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ತಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಾಡಿಸ್ತೇವೆ, ಕೈಕಾಲುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ವೈ? ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬೀಟ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಹೌ ದೀಸ್ ಬೀಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಡ್? ಯು ಮೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ಡ್ ದಿಸ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಲ ನಾವು ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಟೋನ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಥರ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಕೇಳ್ತದೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದೆರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ರೈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಸೌಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ raise and fall ಬರ್ತದೆ? Let us study that in this beat theory. So let us see how actually the beats are formed. Then let us go to the definition. For example, let us consider waves. Okay, two waves with same frequency. Two waves with same frequency. So a wave and the second wave. Here, see, this is a point where the displacement is 0 and at an instant of time we have to generate sound waves of equal frequency. So ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸೇಮ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿಯ ಎರಡು ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ವೇವ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್, ವೇವ್ ಎ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ವೇವ್ ಈಸ್ ವೇವ್ ಬಿ. ಸೇಮ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಜನರೇಟೆಡ್ ಎಟ್ simultaneously at that time. Here this is 0, this is 0. This is 0, sorry, this is maximum, this is maximum. Here it is minimum, here it is minimum. Now, when these two waves superpose, what happens? Due to, according to the superposition principle, 0 coincides with the 0, the net resultant displacement will be 0. Here the displacement is maximum, here the displacement is maximum. So here we get the net amplitude as the maximum or net displacement as maximum displacement, which is sum of the amplitude of this and the first wave. So here we get a wave like this. ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ, ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ, ಸೇಮ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ, ಅದೆರಡು ಓವರ್ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಯಿತು? ವಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ಅ ಲೌಡರ್ ಟ್ಯೂನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸೇಮ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿಯನ್ನು ಎಟ್ ಅ ಟೈಮ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ದ ಟೂ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸೂಪರ್ಪೋಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ವೇವ್ ವಿತ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಇದ್ದು ಲೌಡ್ನೆಸ್ ತುಂಬ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ನೌ two waves with same frequency but out of phase. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಯಿತು? ಸೇಮ್ ಫೇಸ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಾವು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಫೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, here like this. Now what happens? See, this is 0, this is 0. Here this is the maximum amplitude in the positive direction, maximum amplitude in the negative direction. 0 and 0, maximum displacement in the negative direction, maximum displacement in the positive direction. So according to the principle of, that is superposition principle of waves, the net effect will be 0. Net effect will be 0. If two waves with a slight change in the frequency, two waves with slight change in the frequency, then what happens? So two waves three waves. Now what happens? Let us see. Here it is 0, here it is 0, and the maximum is coinciding with maximum, but minimum is not coinciding with the minimum. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು certain displacement ಗೆ coincide ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So maximum in the negative direction coincides with the 0, minimum, maximum, and maximum and negative maximum, minimum and minimum. So this is a rough diagram. So like this, here at some of the points maximum will meet the maximum of the second wave, and at some of the points minimum will meet minimum. So ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So when these two waves overlap with each other, what type of sound we will get? So ಏನಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲಿ vibration ಆಗ್ತದೆ, but there will be periodic raise and fall of intensity. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸಲ 0 ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ ರೇಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ fall in the intensity of sound. We get a wave somewhat like this. Okay, like this. So here zero displacement, here maximum displacement, once again zero displacement, maximum displacement. So we get a wave like this. We get a wave like this. So when two waves with slight change in the frequencies overlap with each other, there will be waxing and waning or periodic raise or fall in the intensity of sound due to the superposition of these two waves. So the definition is the waxing or the maximum or waning the minimum or the periodic raise or fall in the intensity of sound due to the superposition of two sound waves of slightly different frequencies traveling in the same direction are called beats. So ಎರಡು ವೇವ್ಗಳು ಸ್ಲೈಟ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಇರುವ ವೇವ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡಿರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ವೇವ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ at certain points we hear the maximum and at certain point there will be minimum, that is periodic raise and fall in the intensity of sound is called beat. And ಯಾವಾಗ ಇದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? when two waves of slight variation in the frequencies overlap with each other, we can hear beats. So ಸೊ ಆ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಸಲ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ, ಬೀಟ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ ಹಾಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಿರಿಕಿರಿ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇರೋದು is this theory, beat theory. Let us derive the expression for beat period and beat frequency by deriving the equation of beats. So beats produce ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ what we need? Two waves with slight variation in the frequencies. Let us consider two waves with amplitude A, and the amplitude will be A at x equal to 0. At x equal to 0, the amplitude or the displacement will be maximum. So ಆ particular point ಇದು wave ಅನ್ನು ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡುವ. So y1 is equal to a sin omega 1t and y2 is equal to a sin omega 2t. So you have to consider two waves with equations y1 equals a sin omega 1t and y2 equals a sin omega 2t. Omega is the angular frequency, where here omega 1 is 2 pi nu 1 and omega 2 is 2 pi nu 2, where nu 1 and nu 2 are the frequencies with slight variation. So we can hear the beats, or beats are generated when these two waves superpose. Therefore the resultant displacement y is the vector addition of these two, that is y equals y1 plus y2. So y is equal to y1 is a sin omega 1t plus y2 is a sin omega 2t. Amplitude is common, so a into sin of omega 1t plus sin of omega 2t. Now this is of the form sin A plus sin B. So what is the expansion? Sin A plus sin B is equal to 2 sin of A plus B by 2 into cos of A minus B by 2. So using this formula, we can simplify the terms present inside the bracket. So what we get? Y equals A into, in place of A we have omega 1t and in place of B we have omega 2t. So A into 2 sin omega 1t plus omega 2t divided by 2 into cos of omega 1t minus omega 2t divided by 2. Let us simplify this. Y is equal to A into 2 sin omega 1t is 2 pi nu 1t and omega 2t is 2 pi nu 2t. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಏನಾಯಿತು, ಈ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 pi into t is common. Therefore sin of 2 pi into nu 1 plus nu 2 divided by 2 into t. 2 pi into nu 1 plus nu 2 by 2 into t into cos of 2 pi into nu 1 minus nu 2 divided by 2 into t. Let us rearrange the terms. Y is equal to 2a cos of 2 pi into nu 1 minus nu 2 divided by 2 into t into sin 2 pi into nu 1 plus nu 2 divided by 2 into t. So this is the equation of beat. So beats generate ಆಗಬೇಕಂತಾದ್ರೆ we need two waves with slight variation in the frequency. Let us consider at x equal to 0, y1 has the value a sin omega 1t and y2 is equal to a sin omega 2t, and beats are heard when these two waves superpose. So according to the superposition principle, y is equal to y1 plus y2. So ಇದೆರಡನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು using trigonometric formula identity. Sin a plus sin b equals 2 sin of a plus b by 2 into cos of a minus b by 2. If you simplify using this formula, we get y equals 2a cos of 2 pi nu 1 minus nu 2 by 2 into t into sin of 2 pi into nu 1 plus nu 2 divided by 2 into t. Now here we can consider this 2a into cos of 2 pi into nu 1 minus nu 2 by 2 into t as the resultant amplitude. So y is equal to r into sin of 2 pi into nu 1 plus nu 2 by 2 into t. Therefore, the resultant wave will have the frequency which is equal to nu 1 plus nu 2 divided by 2. So the resultant wave has the frequency nu 1 plus nu 2 divided by 2 into t. This is the equation of motion of beats. We have the equation as y equals r into sin of 2 pi into nu 1 plus nu 2 divided by 2 into t, where r is the amplitude of the resultant wave which is equal to 2a into cos of 2 pi into nu 1 minus nu 2 divided by 2 into t. Now this is a periodic rise and periodic fall. Correct? Beat ant helidre periodic rise or fall of intensity. Now let us derive at what particular instant of time we can hear the maximum and ಯಾವ time interval alli we can hear minimum. So amplitude ಯಾವಾಗ maximum ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವಾಗ minimum ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. Here r will be maximum, that is plus or minus 2a when cos of this is equal to 1. So r is equal to plus or minus 2a when cos of 2 pi into nu 1 minus nu 2 divided by 2 into t is equal to plus or minus 1. This happens when the angle is the integral multiple of n pi. So this is possible when 2 pi into nu 1 minus nu 2 divided by 2 into t is equal to n pi. What we need? We need the value of t. So ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಕೇಳ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟಿ. Therefore, rearrange the terms, which implies t equals, here this 2 cancels with this 2, this pi cancels with this pi, then t equals n by nu 1 minus nu 2. Let us substitute the values. So when n equals 0, t equals 0. When n equal to 1, this is 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2. When n equal to 2, 2 by nu 1 minus nu 2. So on. 3 by nu 1 minus nu 2, 4 by nu 1 minus nu 2. Therefore, from this we can say the time interval between two consecutive maxima is 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2, is 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2, and this is called beat period. This is called beat period. So ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಾ 0ದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಾ 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಾದಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟಿವ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಾಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಯಿತು? 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2, and this is called beat period. So this is about the waxing or maxima. When minimum is heard, so R will be minimum when cos of this angle value is equal to 0. When cos of 2 pi into nu 1 minus nu 2 divided by 2 into t is equal to 0. When it will be 0? When the angle value is odd multiple of pi by 2, that is 2 pi into nu 1 minus nu 2 divided by 2 into t is equal to 2n plus 1 by pi by 2. We need t, expression for t. So 2 and 2 cancel, pi cancels. So t is equal to 2n plus 1 by 2 into 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2. Let us substitute the values. So t equals, if n equal to 0, then we get half into nu 1 minus nu 2. When n equal to 1, 2 into 1, 2 plus 1, 3. So 3 by 2 into 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2. If we put n equals 2, then we get 5 by 2 into 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2. If you see here, this is a point or time interval where we get minima, and this is the time interval where we get next minima. Then what is the difference between the time interval, that is the time interval between two consecutive waning or minima, to the time interval between two consecutive minima is also 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2, and this is called beat period. So the time interval between two consecutive maxima is 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2. Time period between two consecutive minima is also 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2, and this time interval is called beat period. Beat period. Then what is beat frequency? Beat frequency. Beat frequency means number of beats per second. We have the relation between the time period and frequency as nu is equal to 1 by t. The reciprocal of time period is frequency. So time period is 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2. Therefore, the beat frequency is nu 1 minus nu 2. Nu 1 minus nu 2. But you may get one doubt. If nu 2 is greater than nu 1, we get negative sign, right? Therefore, in general, we write beat frequency is equal to nu 1 difference nu 2. Nu 1 difference nu 2. This is very important to solve the problems as well as to solve CET and JEE problems, beat frequency and beat period. So beat period is 1 by nu 1 minus nu 2 and beat frequency is nu 1 minus nu 2, or in general it is nu 1 difference nu 2, or we take modulus, or we consider modulus. Students, we shall solve few problems on beat theory. The first question is, two tuning forks A and B produce 6 beats per second when sounded together. When B is slightly loaded with wax, the beats reduce to 4 per second. If the frequency of A is 512 Hz, what is the frequency of B? So we have two tuning forks A and B. When the two are sounded together, due to the frequency difference between the two, we hear ಎಷ್ಟು beats? 6 beats. Now, when B is slightly loaded with wax, okay, B is slightly loaded with wax and then the two sounded together, at that time we hear 4 beats per second, reduced to 4 beats per second. Frequency of tuning fork A is 512 Hz. What is the frequency of B? So, according to the beat theory, the beat frequency is nu A difference nu B. Let us denote beat frequency by letter N. So N, beat frequency, equals nu A difference nu B. Now here there are two cases. First case, when the two are simply sounded together, the beats are 6. When B is loaded with wax, ಏನಾಯಿತು? ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ನಂತರ ಎರಡನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಸೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಬೀಟ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು? 4 ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು. You have to find the frequency of nu B. What is given here? Frequency of tuning fork A is given. ಎಷ್ಟದು? 512 Hz. 512 Hz. So from this we can write nu B is equal to nu A plus or minus N. Nu B equals nu A plus or minus N. So first case, let the frequency of the tuning fork be nu B is equal to, what is the frequency of tuning fork A? It is 512 plus or minus 6, plus or minus 6. If it is plus 6, ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು? 518 Hz. If it is minus 6, it is 506 Hz. Okay. So nu B equals nu A plus or minus N, nu A plus or minus N. So first condition apply ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ nu B equals 512 plus or minus 6, that is 518 Hertz or 506 Hertz. When the tuning fork B is loaded with wax, its frequency changes. Let the frequency be nu B dash. Therefore, nu B dash equals frequency of the tuning fork A remains the same, but what happens to the beat frequency? Beat frequency is now 4 per second. So, when it is loaded with wax, the frequency becomes 508 Hertz, and if we consider 512 plus 4, it becomes 516 Hertz. So, we got here two frequencies, 518 Hertz and 506, and when it is loaded we got 508 Hertz and 516 Hertz. But when the tuning fork is loaded with wax, the frequency nu B dash is less than nu B. So, wax ಇಂದ ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರದ್ದು ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿಯನ್ನು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ loaded with wax iddu frequency is always less than nu B. Therefore, nu B must be equal to 518 Hertz. Nu B must be equal to 518 Hertz, because if we consider 506 anta consider madidre 508 is greater than 506. Therefore, the actual frequency of the tuning fork B is 518 Hertz. Second question, a tuning fork arrangement, that is pair of tuning forks, produces 4 beats with one fork of frequency 288 Hertz. A little wax is placed on the unknown fork and it then produces 2 beats per second. Then what is the frequency of the unknown fork? This is similar to the problem which we have solved just now. So, a tuning fork arrangement, so we have 2 forks produces 4 beats with one fork of frequency 288 Hertz, and a little wax is placed on the unknown fork and it then produces 2 beats per second. Then what is the frequency of the unknown fork? Okay. Now we have beat frequency N is equal to nu A difference nu B. Here unknown tuning fork be B and known tuning fork be A, then nu B is equal to nu A plus or minus N. What is the frequency of the tuning fork A? ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? 288 Hertz. So, 288 Hertz plus or minus, what is the value of beats? 4. So, nu B ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು? 284 Hertz or 292 Hertz. So, 284 Hertz or 292 Hertz. When the tuning fork B is slightly loaded with wax, the expression for beat becomes nu A difference nu B dash. So, nu B dash is equal to nu A plus or minus N. Nu A is to 288, but what about the beats now? 2. Therefore, we get the frequency as 286 Hertz or 290 Hertz. 286 Hertz or 290 Hertz. But since the tuning fork, unknown frequency tuning fork is waxed, that is loaded with wax, the frequency nu b dash is less than nu b. Nu b dash must be less than nu b. Therefore, nu b is equal to 292 hertz. ನಾವು 284 ಹರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುವ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. 292 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇದು ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುವ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ nu b is 292 hertz. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯಾವ ಥಿಯರಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು? ಬೀಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. Beat frequency is equal to difference between the two frequencies. Using that concept, we have to solve this kind of problem. The next question, two strings X and Y of sitar produce a beat frequency 4 Hz. When the tension of the string Y is slightly increased, the beat frequency is found to be 2 Hz. If the frequency of X is 300 Hz, then what is the original frequency of Y? ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮಿಗೆ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ X and Y. When they sounded together, a beat frequency of 4 Hz is observed. When the tension of the string Y is slightly increased, the beat is of 2 Hz. Then you have to find out the original frequency of Y if the frequency of X is 300 Hz. So we have the expression for beat frequency as N equals nu A difference nu B, but here instead of A and B they have given the values as, or they have represented the strings as X and Y. So let us consider nu X difference nu Y. We need nu Y, therefore nu Y is equal to nu X plus or minus N. ಸರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? nu Y equals nu X plus or minus En. What is the value of nu X? Frequency of X is 300 Hertz. 300 plus or minus. What is the beat frequency? Beat frequency is 4. Therefore, nu Y is ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು? 304 Hertz or 296 Hertz. 204 Hertz or 296 Hertz. This is the case when X and Y, that is the first case. What is the second case? The tension on the string Y is slightly increased. So tension increase ಮಾಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ frequency vary ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು already derive ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಒಂದು condition. Nu is directly proportional to root of tension. So as you increase the tension, the frequency increases. Therefore, second case ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಯಿತು? Nu Y dash is equal to nu X plus or minus En. So when tension is increased, nu X 300A, beat frequency ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತದೆ? 2 Hz. So it is 2. How much will get? 302 Hertz or 298 Hertz. 302 Hertz or 298 Hertz. But as I said earlier, frequency is directly proportional to root of tension. So tension ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದ ಹಾಗೆ frequency ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಯಿತು? ಯಾವುದು ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು? nu Y or nu Y dash? Nu Y dash must be greater than nu Y. So if you consider 304 Hertz ಅನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 302 Hertz ಇದೆ, which is less than 304. Therefore, the frequency of Y is equal to 296 hertz. 296 hertz. So here, while solving the problems on this, you have to remember two conditions. If the tuning fork is loaded slightly with wax, then the frequency after loading the fork is less than the actual frequency. But here, when it comes tension, as the tension increases, frequency increases. So if you increase the tension on the string, then the frequency will be greater than the previous tension. So tension ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ frequency ಕೂಡ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Therefore, wax ಇದ್ದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರದ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ tension on the string, the frequency, the second frequency must be greater than the first frequency with less tension, as the frequency depends on root of tension. Next question, the displacement of the interfering sound waves are y1 equals 4 sin omega t and y2 equals 3 sin omega t plus pi by 2. What is the amplitude of the resultant wave? See, here we have two waves. First wave with equation y1 equals 4 sin omega t and the second wave with equation y2 equals 3 sin omega t plus pi by 2. Here the amplitudes are different. So if the amplitudes are different, as I told in the class, the net amplitude or the amplitude of the resultant wave is equal to square root of the amplitude of the square of the amplitude of the first wave plus square of the amplitude of the second wave plus 2a1 a2 cos theta, where theta is the phase difference between the two waves. Here a1 is 4, a2 is 3, and what about the phase difference? Phase difference is pi by 2. Let us substitute all the values. a1 square 4 square plus a2 square 3 square plus 2 into a1 is 4, a2 is 3 into cos of, what is the phase difference? Phase difference is pi by 2. But what is the value of cos of pi by 2? Cos of pi by 2 is 0. Therefore, the last term reduces to 0. Amplitude A is equal to 4 square, that is 16, plus 3 square, that is 9. Third term reduces to 0 as it is the phase difference is pi by 2. Amplitude A equals root of 16 plus 9 is 25. Therefore, the amplitude of the resultant wave is 5 units. 5 units. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ಗಳು ಬೇರೆ ಆಯಿತು and the two waves have the phase difference pi by 2. ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ the amplitude of the resultant wave is A equals root of sum of the squares of the individual amplitudes and 2a1 a2 cos theta, where theta is the phase difference between the two waves.
The next question is, stationary waves are produced by the superposition of two waves. y1 equals 0.02 sine of 3 pi y2 equals 0.02 sin of 3 pi t plus 2x, where x and y are measured in meters and time in seconds. Find the amplitude of a particle at 0.5 meter. So here two waves will superpose. One is moving along the positive x-axis, one is moving along negative x-axis. So ಏನಾಯಿತು, stationary wave is generated. You have to calculate the amplitude of the resultant wave. But ಎಲ್ಲಿ at x equals 0.5 meters. So we have y1 equals 0.02 sin 3 pi t minus 2x and y2 as 0.02 sin 3 pi t plus 2x. When these two superpose, we get one resultant wave y, which is equal to y1 plus y2. That is y equals 0.02 into sin of 3 pi t minus 2x plus 0.02 sin of 3 pi t plus 2x. Here 0.02 is common, therefore we can write y as 0.02 into sin of 3 pi t minus 2x plus sin of 3 pi t plus 2x. ಇದು ನೀವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಲ್ವಾ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತು. ನೌ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ sin of a minus b plus sin of a plus b. So ಏನದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಷನ್ sin of a minus b plus sin of a plus b. ಎಷ್ಟು? 2 sin a cos b. So in place of a we have 3 pi t and in place of b we have 2x. Therefore we get the equation as y equals 0.02 into 2 into sin 3 pi t into cos 2x. Understood this? Y equals 0.02 into 2 sin of 3 pi t into cos of 2x. ಇದೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Y equals 0.02 into 2 ಎಷ್ಟು? 0.04 into cos 2x into sin 3 pi t. Now this is of the form y equals r into sin 3 pi t, but r is equal to 0.04 cos 2x. R equals 0.04 cos 2x. Now we need the value of amplitude, right? At x equals 0.55 meter. So equation of the wave ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು, resultant value ಕೂಡ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಈಗ ಬೇಕಾದದ್ದು x 0.5 ಮೀಟರ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ resultant amplitude ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಬೇಕು. So R is equal to 0.04 into cos of 2 into 0.04 into cos of 2 into 0.5 is 2. So it is 1 radian is equal to 0.04 cos of. We have to convert radians into degree. So 1 radian is 180 degree by pi. So cos of 180 degree by pi is equal to 0.04 cos of 180 by pi. 180 degree by pi. If you simplify, you get cos of 57.3 degree. 57.3 degrees. 0.04 cos of 57.3 degree. To find out this value, you have to use log book. Okay, so log book ಅನ್ನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Cos of 57.3 degree is 0.54 is nearly equal to 0.54, which is equal to multiply 0.04 into 0.54. How much you will get? 0.0216 meters. 0.0216 meters. So the amplitude of the resultant wave at 0.5 meters is 0.0216 meter. So these are the few problems. So please go through different problems and try to solve. Here all the derivations are important and the difference between the stationary wave and progressive wave is important. Thank you.